House today in Washington, D.C., a Jewish group lobbied and they said, we don't want this our money to be spent over there. We don't want more lives to be lost. This is the first time it is happening. And so my third and final point is very simple. I don't have a one-path solution. I don't believe there's a one-path solution. I actually believe diversity is healthy. I'm not like the people in the second point that I mentioned, only one way, my way or the highway. No, I actually believe if some people want to do one thing, another people want to do another thing, there's actually good in this. Our hearts should be united. The goal is one. The goal is one, and that is the humane treatment of over 2 million people that are living there. And as I said in the khutbah, you don't even need to necessarily bring in Islam when you talk to your neighbors and relatives. You can bring in the humanitarian. But of course, if we're talking to Muslims, we'll bring in Islam. But the bottom line, sisters and brothers, we should not be discouraged. We should not be disheartened. Yes, wallahi, it is painful. As the Prophet ﷺ said, the heart is sad, the eyes cry, but the tongue will only say what Allah is pleased with. Insha'Allah ta'ala, the future is bright. Insha'Allah ta'ala, as Allah says in the Quran, don't think it is overall negative. It shall be positive. So every one of us, be motivated, be inspired, learn, study, read, listen to lectures, and then ask yourself, how can I contribute? Speak to others as well. Organize, lobby, protest. At every single level, things are happening. In the public schools, in the higher institutes, in corporations, things are happening. You can do a small bit. Do not trivialize. If you can change 1, 2, 5 people, and if every one of us changes 1, 2, 5 people, right here in this audience, we've changed 5,000. Right there. If everybody does this, slowly but surely, the tide will change. That is our battle. I call all of you to do what you can. Be proud of being Muslim. Be proud of standing up for the truth. Do not be discouraged by the temporary setbacks, because the help of Allah shall come. We shall see victory from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I don't see it, my children will see it. We have to lay the foundations for that. There is no question that Allah's help is going to come. It's just a question of when, and we firmly believe, Ala inna nasrallahi qareeb. So we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show us that nasr. We make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be instruments of that nasr. We ask Allah azza wa jalla to make us of those whose piety and taqwa and iman become role models for others. We ask Allah to give us the courage to speak the truth, to act the truth, to call to the truth. We seek refuge in Allah from the cowardice of hypocrisy. We seek refuge in Allah from hiding our iman in these times. We seek refuge in Allah from shunning away and running away from our intellectual battles. And we ask Allah for wisdom. We ask Allah for tact. We ask Allah for victory. And indeed, hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel, huwa al-mawla wa minhu an-nasir. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.